Well, here's my little project I'm on now. My father-in-law got me this cart from, he's a police officer, captain police officer, and apparently they were going to throw it away, so he gave it to me. So I'm actually going to be putting this Lincoln, SP170T I got off Craigslist for 75 bucks. Just bought a bottle, got the regulator, the argon hose. I like the flow meters. The only problem with this one in particular is it's very, very temperamental. If you touch that dial, even the slightest, it'll jump that ball up, and you won't get your gas right. So you just got to constantly keep up with getting it fine tuned. But yeah, I just purchased this bottle, 200 bucks, Genie Welding in Wilmington, Delaware. I own the bottle, and you got the first fill for free. They only charge $29 to fill up this. This is a 141 CF bottle, which is really good price, I think. My dad's body shop here, he was dealing with the company, and they were charging $89. That was to get it delivered, but it's on my way to work. I just go pick it up and be on my way. But so back to this. I'm actually you can see the bottom here. This was for a vacuum. Apparently they use it, I guess, to clean the floors. Whatever, it had a shop vac on it. They must have went around and cleaned the floor, whatever it was used for. But it's cool because it has a little bit of a cutout. I know it's not the same diameter as this, but hopefully I can get it tucked in there. I'm going to make a little tray to hook to the bottom here so I can get the bottle to sit on that. Probably just run a chain right around here, hook it in, and lock it in place. So it's a decent thing for free so far. Them casters there, that was another thing too. This thing was weird. It had one caster. These aren't it here. These are the casters I'm using. I had a old engine stand that was beat up, so I'm going to use these. But for it, that's why I had to weld this plate on there, because it was weird. It was bowed in here a little, so I had to get this 1/4-inch plate put in there to even everything out, because I had these crappy Harbor Freight 3-inch casters here I was going to use. I tacked them on to see how off I was, and it was like, I think it was like a 1/2 inch difference. So I took the here it is over here, is the original caster that was in there, is right here. That was on it, but it was only one, and it was in the center. It was bolted into the center here, and it was just, I don't know, wasn't my cup of tea. Especially when you got some nice equipment on there, you don't want this thing topping over. It seemed like it wanted to do left and right if you were moving it around. So I'm actually going to just put the 2 casters to try to stabilize it a little bit better, and get it working good and have my whole unit. Because I got my other welder here. This is my trusty SP100. This thing, man, is a beast for sheet metal. If you can find one of these units, buy it. This is the older one, which the infinite. The settings are infinite on here, on the wire speed, as well as the volts. Whereas that SP170, which is a 220 machine, that actually doesn't even have the infinite settings. It actually has, for the heat, it actually has just A, B, C, D, and I think E. We're going to check and see. And sometimes when you're doing material, you just want to get that fine tuning in. You get the cooking bacon sound good. And with this one, like I said, you're pretty much tied in with only A, B, C, D, and E. The wire speed is infinite, but all in all, for 75 bucks, you're not going to beat this. This thing, all I had to do was change the polarity, because the guy that I was using, he was welding flux core with it. I had to change the polarity. It was already plumbed for the gas, had the solenoid in there and all, and get a spool of solid wire and hook up the gas, and I was good to go. So all in all, this has cost me about, with gas, driving to Baltimore to pick this welder up, everything, probably about 350 bucks. I got a 220 machine with a bottle that I own. The regulator I got on eBay for like $19 plus 10 bucks shipping. So the hose was 15 shipped from eBay as well. So like I said, you shop around, man. You can, Craigslist is great, and then eBay is a good source for finding stuff, and you're ready to go. So I'm hoping by today I can get everything buttoned up with this thing, get it all hooked up, have the bottle hooked up, and I'm going to try to make some sort of cover. I don't know if I want to put it just over the welder, or if I want to do the whole thing, like a barbecue cover or something like that. My mother-in-law is really good with sewing, so she said she would do it if I bought a piece of canvas or whatever. So I'm debate when I'm going to do that, because this shop, you know, my dad's been in business down here for 35 years, and it gets dusty, dirty, and it's a typical body shop, old school body shop. But this is where I spend all my time that I can up here. And let me just show you outside my new horse shit project I got going on. I am a glutton for punishment. There's my cousin's Toyota. We're going to get ready to tear into that in a couple months. There's my Tacoma. This is my project. I love the early Broncos. Just bought this in August off a guy in New York. Guy off of Classic Broncos. I'm always on there. Sell it all is my username. But this is it. Rusty. But one good thing about this truck, all original. It's got the original radio on it. 302 sport package, C4 automatic, J shifter Dana 20. And it has the updated vinyl door panels and all. And I actually have a set of steel ones. I think I'm gonna put on. I like the bare bones look. These things are, I mean, they're not in bad shape at all. But when I restore it and all, I'm gonna get it just go with the plain white steel ones. And it definitely has rust. I mean, I'm gonna have to do the door posts. These fenders are good. The sheet metal, like, you know, in terms of the hood, the fenders, the grill looks like it's salvageable. The tailgate is surprisingly in good shape. It's not that bad for an East Coast Bronco. It's going to need rock panels. The striker posts are shot, as well as the door panel. You can see a typical Bronco door sag. Yeah, I'm going to need strikers, the rockers, the floor pans, you know, everything that these good old trucks need. But the dash pad's good. The motor, from what the guy told me, was punched out 30 over, and the transmission was fully rebuilt, and they resealed the transfer case. So that's a good start. You know, for $1,100, you can't go wrong. I'm always looking for deals. Drive shafts are back there. Looks like they were going through. He had the gas tank. I think this is the spare tank on the side. The rear ones in the back, it was all going through, hot tanked and cleaned out. It's got a brand new sending unit he gave me. It's got oil in here. You know, 1,000,001 spare parts. So I said everything's pretty much there, which is good. You know, I don't like buying somebody else's forgotten project. A lot of times you buy them and you're stuck fixing 10 tons of shit they did wrong. Not to say that I'm an expert, but I've seen some real hillbilly ingenuity with a lot of vehicles that just, they were nightmarish. But the frame's good on this as far as I can tell. I know a lot of times when you pop the bodies off these things, the body mounts like to get rotted out. It probably will be, assuming by looking at the truck, but I'll need quarters. I'm gonna try to salvage this side anyway, tailgate housing. This side's pretty much ate apart. You can get the replacement ones, but I'm just going to try to keep the upper, because the ones at the aftermarket companies sell, even Bronco Graveyard, they have one, but it's, I don't know, it's just it's not good. It's not a good quality. They apparently fixed it where they put the tabs in there and all. I think everybody sells pretty much the same crap. They just, you know, rebadge and put their name on it. But I just use the crappy one, and I like to, you know, cut it off where I can, get a little meat. But this is, you know, this is gone. It's definitely going to have to be replaced. I sold all the molding on the because it was a sport. I'm just going with plain Jane. I like taking all that off. I'm gonna try to sell all this molding. It's in really good shape. This, you know, stainless steel I'm not going to go with, or the rear. And I'm going to build a winch bumper. I'm going to do the Luber look. So I'm going to lift it about 3.5 inches. Put probably Wild Horses, you know, that stage 3 kit, whatever. I've had it before. I like the old school rims. You know, sandblast them and paint them. Probably just get a set of 33 10.5s or 9.5s, whatever. I'm thinking about doing a 1-inch body lift, because I heard, you know, people have problems when they put the 33 10.5s with the 3.5-inch lift with no body lift. It sometimes wants to rub, so I might just go with a 1-inch body lift to try to avoid the rubbing in the rear. We'll see. So I'm keeping this thing nothing radical. I'm gonna, you know, fully get the body media blasted when it's off. And I got the rotisserie inside. I'll show you. I just made that using that $75 welder I got. Excuse the mess around here. We got a fall cleaning, man. We got crap everywhere in this place. Here's the rotisserie. It's 99% done. It was all a bunch of old stock I had lying around. My buddy helped me. Typical rotisserie. nothing major. I did this. This is basically the same size as the frame. So like a little bit. It's 1/8 inch, or yeah, I think this might be 3/16. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a little bit beefier than just using like 1.5 inch tube. I like the a little more surface when the body's on there. Angle iron. So hopefully it'll work. I had one before. I was doing a 77 and I sold it like an idiot. So I said to myself, I'm building this one and that's it. I'll never have to need another rotisserie again, no matter what I do. Because when you make them like this, you can always adjust the size. If you got to, you can make new arms and all. So they're pretty much it's not hard to fix them if you need to. If you want to put a hot rod on there or old Nova or something like that, you can always just adjust it accordingly. You have to get a new center section here. This is one of my dad's projects. He's doing for a guy an old bug, one owner bug, rust bucket. I hate these cars. They rust everywhere and they're very hard to work on. Very hard car to paint, these little crappy bugs. Run good in the snow and all, but they're just rust buckets. And I live in Pennsylvania and it is rust central around here. This is another one. This is a funny one. I just picked this jewel up over the summer down in Lewis, Delaware, down by the beaches down in Rehoboth, right near Rehoboth. And this is what you call seashore rust. There is nothing good on this car. It is all scrap metal. I bought it because the grill was the only salvageable piece on there. I got it for next to nothing. The guy was pretty much giving it away. Just had to go down there and pick it up. But it is what you call a complete rot box. Look at that. Look at the floors. Some of the stuff I torched out, so I dropped the transmission out of it. That was still in it. There was no motor in it. Cut the inner fenders off. Motor was, said it was already off of it. It's a Dana 30. I'm gonna scrap it. They're not worth anything. Frame's smoked. You can see the rot there. All this. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous how bad a shape that this jewel's in. Nothing is salvageable in this car. I was thinking about going looking at that blue 74 out there and seeing if there's anything I need. And I couldn't find anything other than that grill, which I don't know what I'm going to do because it's got some rod I cut off of it, and I was going to try to fix it because I could see that the blue one out there has some rot going through the outer part where the fender hooks up to it. They usually rot inside there, and they could be a pain in the butt to fix. And that one doesn't have any. That just has some rot where the license plates go in the front of them. So I'm debating on what I want to do. I cut it out and made a patch panel for it, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. So a guy can put it together, sell it if I need to. I got a nice sandblaster. There's my Marco unit right here. This thing is this was my wedding gift to myself. I bought this. Only problem with this, I wish I got a bigger one. This is, I think, a 37 pounder. But it works great. I mean, this thing with the nozzle on it I should put a dead man valve on it. It doesn't have one, but I mean, once you crank this thing on, man, it will blow some rust off. You got to watch, obviously, with sheet metal. But yeah, this thing is just ridiculous. Well, that's about it, guys. I'm actually going to be trying to get this finished. I'll have some pics and updates later. I said my name's Sell It All on Classic Broncos. You'll be, if you want to check up on the progress of that 74, probably within the next. Today is the 19th of November, 2011. I'm hoping by the middle of December I'll have the thing broke down and getting ready to go on the spit. I'm hoping. Cross my fingers with work. Everything gets in the way. Holidays are coming up and stuff, but I want to get cranking on this thing. Start saving my pennies because I got to get a media blast. It's going to cost about $500-600 bucks, and then I got to start the arduous process of cutting rust out. But I will keep you updated, and thanks for looking.